I'm going to start off with the GIORGIO Armani Luminous Silk UV Foundation mixed in with a bit of the Power Fabric, which I have in a darker shade. Because it's New Year's Eve and I want that little bit more coverage, I'll be in the dark and I want it to stay. That's why I've used the Power Fabric foundation as well. I switched back to the Luminous Silk after using the Power Fabric for a while just because I preferred it. It was a little bit lighter, but I still keep it for those evenings I have out. I use the Real Technique brushes. By the way, I have no idea why I'm fist bumping the camera right here. Ignore my hand. But I use the Real Technique brushes. I love the finish. I use the Real Technique brushes to put on my foundation, but to give that airbrush finish, I just lightly go over with not much foundation on it with a beauty blender. I then go in with my trusted favorite, the Estée Lauder Double Wear BB Highlighter. I like it because I find it doesn't go in my creases as much. Because this is an evening look, I'm going to go in massively with the highlight underneath the eye to really give that radiant glow. I just create 2 triangles underneath my eye and then blend it out with a micro beauty blender. If you've never used beauty blenders before, you have to rinse them in lukewarm water to create that really spongy effect. I find it easier with the smaller ones for underneath the eye because you can get in right into the corners. I then go in with little dabbing motions and I just find this creates a really even finish and that almost airbrush look that everyone's after. When I do my makeup, it's always about layering, so if I feel like I need a little bit more, I just add it and blend it in as I go along. I then go in with the Rimmel Insta Duo Contour Stick, and I actually only use the dark brown end. They come in all different shades, so you can really pick the one that suits your skin tone. And I create a line just above the hollow of my cheek and also around my forehead where the sun would naturally hit it. I then use an iconic London brush just to blend it out, and I make sure to blend upwards only to avoid creating any shadow in the wrong place. This brush is quite sturdy too and is really good for blending. I'm actually quite new to using a contour stick. I always used to use a bronzing powder previously, but once you start, you never go back because it's so much easier. It just creates such a better finish, I find, and it stays for longer and it's not as blotchy, so I'm a big contour stick converter. I still use bronzer just to finish off the look, to brush over the whole face to create that really tanned feel. I also use it to blend out the contour a little bit more, and the most important part, the neck. You must remember the neck. There's nothing worse than your neck being a different colour to your face. I've gone for a really pink blush this time. It's the Revlon Powder Blush. I wanted a pink one because I think that works really nicely with the dark eye that I'm going to do. The MUA Highlighting Powder is one of my favourite highlights. It's like a champagne colour. This is a really good tip. I always go in with the simple micellar cleansing wipes and just remove anything that's on my lips, whether that's foundation or dry skin or anything like that. It hydrates and smooths over, so it's really nice to put lipstick on. One of my favourite eyeshadow palettes is this one by MAC. It's got 9 colours in and they're all like a dark brown to like a mushroom, purpley, browny colours. It's beautiful. I've just gone in with an earbud. Yes, an earbud, because I find it's really a lot more precise than a brush and I really like that. So I started off with this really dark brown colour and I'm going to create a cat eye, like a smoky cat eye. So I've gone in with the dark brown in the very outer corners of my eye. I then go in with a lighter brown colour to blend out the edges and to get rid of that sturdy line and just create this really nice gradient. So I'm just using a Sigma eyeshadow brush. They're quite sturdy, so it's really easy to blend with them. With eyeshadow, it's always about blending. Keep looking in a faraway mirror to make sure it's even and blend, blend, blend. Next, I'm going in with a slightly lighter colour. This is like a mushroom colour and I'm going to blend out the light brown. To finish it off, this is one of my favourite colours. It's like a silver metallic with like a hint of gold. It's absolutely beautiful colour. I'm going to use my fingers for this because I find the pigment sticks a lot better with my fingers, and then just again blend over the whole eye so you get a really nice gradient from like light silvery gold to the dark. And because it's New Year's Eve and I'm trying to get as much glitter in as possible before it's over, I'm going to go in with the Barry M glitter dust and just waft it all over my eye so it just twinkles when it catches the light. If you struggle with eyeliner, then the Rimmel Scandaleyes micro eyeliner is an amazing one to try and do it with. It's like a felt tip, like a really thin felt tip, and it's so easy to put on. So I know eyeliner can be a tricky one and loads of people struggle with it, so I'm going to show you a few of my tips and tricks to help you along the way. So one of my first things is to create like an outline of a shell. Don't concentrate too much on it, just make sure it's roughly symmetrical with the other one. I don't worry about it being neat at first, I just go in and do it. Once I have that structure in place, I then go back in and make it really neat. So my first tip is use a close-up mirror and one far away as well. So you can put your eyeliner on with a close-up, but make sure it's really even and symmetrical in the far away one. These eyelashes are winning. They're about 99p from Savers, and then I usually cut them in half, or at least a big chunk off. Make sure the glue is tacky before you put it on in the center, and then just easily tack both sides. Just tweeze down both sides of the eyelash. This is my fail-safe, and it usually works every time. And then once it's more or less in place, you can push them up, you can move them around a little bit, but this is the easiest way I find to put them on. Usually fake eyelashes will make your eyeliner go skew-with, so I just go back in and fill in any adjustments that need to be made. I'm just going to go in with a black sparkly eyeshadow from the Pixie palette and just create an even darker look, just because it's New Year's Eve and I want that really smoky look. And then of course blend it out with a dark brown. You'll find that I will always blend with a slightly lighter colour than the one I've put on. Brows, I don't really do much to my brows. I don't suit a dark brow, so I'm going to go with the Benefit Gimme Brow, and then I just fill in the gaps with a MAC eyebrow pencil and then brush it in the right direction with a spoolie. I then use the Estée Lauder Double Wear Eyeliner. If you want anything to last a long time, then Double Wear by Estée Lauder is always a good path to go down. I make sure I go right in the corner of my eyes and then just do a little bit under the eye as well with the black. I then go in with a light brown eyebrow pencil. I'm just using this one by Rimmel, and I'm just going to blend out that black I have just put underneath my eyes. You'll notice that I'm all about the blending. I start off with a dark, and then I usually use lighter things to blend it out. I'm just going to go back in with the light brown from the MAC palette and just smudge that out even more. I always go in the center of my eyes or toward the inner side, just so I can create that really smoky eye look. And a firm favourite, the L'Oreal Paris Volume Million Lashes So Couture Mascara. I love this. I think it's really natural, even though I've got false eyelashes on. But it's really like, it gets into all the corners, and if you curl your eyelashes, it creates a really nice curl as well. My bottom eyelashes is actually one of my favourite things to do out of the makeup. I feel like it can really change a face. So I like to start off a little bit as usual and then build it up to the strength that I want it. So this is the final eyeshadow look. You can see the gradient effect and how it goes from the metallic to the brown and the black. I just absolutely love it. It's my go-to for a night out. Okay, now to create a lower lip and go in with my firm favourite of many years, the Rimmel lip liner in the colour Spice. I like the colour Spice. I just think it really matches my lip colour very well. And I just go in over the natural line of my lip, slightly enhancing the Cupid's bow area. I then go in with a darker lip colour to accentuate the Cupid's bow and just below my bottom lip, smudging it out with my fingers. I will then go back in with the lip liner in the colour Spice and just blend it out even more. Again, blend, blend, blend. I'd actually never tried this one before. It's the Barry M Matte Me Up Liquid Lip Paint. It's very fluid, it goes on very watery, but actually dries really, really nicely. It's like this really dark nude brown, which I thought would work really beautifully with that smoky eye. I make sure to go right to the edges, and I even use my finger to blend it in so I know it's nice and even and smooth. So I'm just going to whack my hair up so I can really get into my neck. There's nothing worse than an unmatching neck, so I'm making sure that really doesn't happen. And then I'm just going to go in with the Giorgio Armani Micro-fil Loose Powder to just set the whole look in place and to make sure it doesn't move. I really like this powder because I feel it's not very cakey. And the final touch, I'm going to go in with a lip gloss because it's New Year's Eve and I wanted that really extra glam. I also find putting lip gloss over a matte liquid lipstick really prevents the lipstick on teeth situation, because the only thing that will be going on your lips is a really clear lip gloss. It also plumps your lips too. So this is the final face. I hope you can get some inspiration for it if you're popping on a night out sometime soon. And if you want any more different looks, just write in the comments below and I will do it for you. So let's talk about hair. I'm going to create a really big, curly, voluminous look because it's New Year's Eve and I want to go out all glam. So I split my hair into sections, back comb it, curl it, and then just pin it to my head. I use the Babyliss curlers. I've had them for so long, and every time they break after like 10 years, I just replace them. I love them. So I do this to the whole top half of my head, and I find that really helps create volume, which I really lack because my hair is thin and flat. So even if you have thin and flat hair, there's nothing stopping you having big curly hair. I then set everything in place with some Tresemme hairspray. So I'm going to stick hair extensions in the bottom of my hair. These are quite short and I'm just going to do one strip and I'm going to clip that into the very bottom of my hair. I then curl my natural hair in with the fake hair, so it creates a really natural look and I find it blends a lot easier this way. When I've done the whole section at the bottom, I then unpin the curls after leaving it for about 10 minutes and then brush it through so it blends really nicely with the fake hair. These hair extensions are from a brand called Milk and Blush. I've actually done a whole hair tutorial on them before. I've tried and tested many hair extensions and it seemed to have settled on these ones for quite a while. They're not natural hair, but I feel like you can curl them, you can do anything as much as natural hair, and to me, I really like them a lot better. I just finish it off by doing a few tiny curls around the front of the face just to get a lot of volume around the front of the hair. And there you have it, it's my finished look.
I'm calling now, I'm calling now. I need a miracle.
If you can see a little closer, I've just got, I love the sponge actually, it leaves quite an airbrushed feel to it. The black, I've gone a bit further underneath the eye than usual just to create that like smokiness. And I've just blended it with like greys and a silver grey and some glitter because I'm getting in that glitter before New Year's is over. And yeah, I've just gone over the matte lip gloss with some lipstick, and I do that because I find you don't get red on your teeth as much. I feel like the dark smoke goes really well with the big hair. I like the combo, and I don't know if you can see it, I love like the silvery metallic-y gold. It's like silver with a hint of gold. Really works well with the black and like the dark nude lip. I think I'll link all the products below. Okay, these are the choice of shoes. I think I'm gonna go for maybe go for the stereotypical Jesper Conrad and Manolo Blahnik-esque shoes, or do I go black and pearly with Chanel vibes, Valentino vibes, but obviously a bit of Primark. Might go for these black studded, I don't know, or do I be uber fun? Do you know what, guys, I think I might do the fluff because it's New Year's Eve, you know, you got to do these things. Actually, I've just found these ones which are a bit more nudier than these ones, so I might go for these ones. The fluffy ones are so cute, but I think they might be not in line with the outfit. Okay, first I'm gonna head into my tanning drawer because definitely need some tan. I'm gonna put on the fake big airbrush. Yes, let's go for this one. And then I might finish it off with maybe a little bit of glowy shimmer stuff by Barrier. So this is the final look. I've just got a black long dress on. It's got a slit which I actually am gonna tack a bit shorter because, you know, I like to keep it classy. But yeah, it's got a v-neck here which I really like, but I like the fabric of it. It's like a satiny silk. So yeah, I gone for these shoes because I thought they were quite discreet but sparkly at the same time. And to finish off the look, I've just gone for some black and rose gold earrings. I think it works really nicely with the black silk dress. So guys, I hope you liked my first ever get ready with me on my channel, and if you like it, give it a big thumbs up because I'd love to share more makeup with you. I am obsessed with makeup and I'm gonna keep doing this, so whenever I go places or like just on a general basis, I'm gonna do get ready with me so you can see new products that I have in, like, and different ways that I do my makeup and stuff, because I know a lot of you guys ask like on my videos like to do like everyday makeup tutorials and stuff like that, so expect a lot more makeup on my channel. And yeah, I hadn't done makeup if you'd watched my last video because I had really bad acne for like a year now and I just wasn't comfortable filming myself. It made me feel really sad. So I'm on Roaccutane. I'm going to be doing a video about that soon, but I'm so happy that I feel comfortable enough in front of you guys to do this now because I'm like obsessed with makeup, always have been. Like I started doing makeup when I was like 13. I was like obsessed, like it just reminds me of painting. Anyway, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram and Instagram stories, it's at the Laura Blair. I like do lots of Instagram stories and stuff, so you can keep up to date over on there. It's at Laura Blair. I will link it down below and I will see you soon for another video.